I know, before you all start, I know, oh God, Lauren, what has she done now? Why are we here talking about Ariel DeJesus again now? And I know I did say in my last Ariel DeJesus video that I probably won't make any more content on her unless she does something super problematic. And surprise, surprise, here we are, what, 3-4 weeks later after that video, I'm here talking about her again. But there's a new revelation, and you're gonna just want to buckle up for this one, honestly. So a quick recap for those of you that don't know who the person I'm about to speak about is, or you need a little refresh or what have you. I have got a few videos on this person already. I will leave a link down below to those. I should probably just make a playlist at this point, so I'll leave a link down below to that. But yes, a quick introduction to Ariel DeJesus. Ariel is a tattoo artist in Texas. She owns her own tattoo studio called Blindfold Tattoos, and she does this thing on social media called Blindfold Tattoos. She'll ask her tattoo clients to pick 3 subject matters and she'll make a tattoo out of them, and then she blindfolds them for what reason, I don't know, so it's a surprise, I guess. And yeah, she'll do the tattoo and film her clients' reactions, and most people do end up seeming very, very happy with the results. But every tattoo enthusiast out there, or even people that aren't really into tattoos, can see that there is a problem with Ariel's tattoos. She brags about rushing her tattoos. She will do a whole big leg piece within like 2 or 3 hours. The line work is terrible. Ariel also steals other people's artwork, whether that be from Pinterest or other tattoo artists' tattoos. I don't know if she's ever had an original idea in her whole entire life. Ariel has done an abundance of problematic things throughout the past year, 2 years, 3 years, however long she has been pretty popular with on social media. She is mainly known on TikTok. That's where her biggest audience is. And there is just a whole big list of things that Ariel has done, from training her daughter, who at the moment I think is 12 years old, to tattoo. I think she said she taught her daughter to tattoo at 6 years old. Ariel has also left her daughter to tattoo in her tattoo studio by herself, you know, like this young girl tattooing strangers. And there is no laws against it. Trust me, I've combed through Texas tattoo laws. There is like no laws against Ariel's daughter tattooing. It's very, very icky to me. Though still, like, that's just not right. Ariel's tattoo hygienic practices are very, very, very questionable. She also claims that she runs an all-female run tattoo studio, but in the background you will just see her husband walking about. That's not an all-female run tattoo studio, if you ask me. And there is honestly so many more things that Ariel has done, but I want to keep this brief, short and sweet. And if you want to know more, then of course, like I said, I have more videos on Ariel. So there is new things happening within the Ariel DeJesus universe right now. I got a message from the lovely Justine Lucy, who I've mentioned a few times across my channel. She is a wonderful tattoo artist, very, very, very talented. And she also sometimes makes tattoo related content, mainly on TikTok. Anyway, she messaged me on Instagram and she was like, hey, have you seen like this new Ariel DeJesus situation going on? And I was like, oh God, what now? Like, what now? Like, seriously, can we have a month off? Like, it's every month with this woman, I swear. So Justine sent me a couple of links for me to look into all of this, and oh, honey. Oh, let's start. Let's just start, okay? So the person that's made a couple of TikToks about this situation's name isn't listed anywhere on her profile, so I'm just going to call her Oki because her username is OkiLady48, so her name's Oki, okay? Oki, okay? So anyway, Oki on the 15th of August uploaded this image on TikTok. It's literally just a picture. It's a selfie, and then on it says, headed to Texas tomorrow to see Ariel DeJesus, hubby getting a tattoo. So this is like the day before the appointment, and everything seems good. Everything seems fine. You know, she's just very excited about the fact that she's going to go and see Ariel DeJesus and her husband is about to get a tattoo by her. Standard behavior, right? On this TikTok picture upload, there are your standard comments that you would see on a post like this from, you know, followers and people passing by. There's comments that say, drive safe. Another one says, looking beautiful. Another one says, can't wait to see it. You know, nice, wholesome comments. Everything seems good right now, right? Yeah, okay, great. Oh boy. You know what's coming. Then 2 days afterwards, on the 17th of August, Oki uploaded a TikTok that has a picture of a before and after of her husband's tattoo. In this TikTok, Oki asks a very, very loaded question.
Went to Ariel over in Fort Worth, Texas. This is the before, and this is the after. It is a cover-up, keep in mind, okay? So, y'all, let me know in the comments what you actually think. Please don't spare anything. I want to know the truth.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you have to ask, then you know something's wrong, right? If you have to ask, oh, is my tattoo bad? It's like you already know the answer. You know, like if you have to ask, you subconsciously probably already know the answer to this, okay? This for a cover-up is terrible. I mean, this for a tattoo is terrible. Let's be serious. Like, if it was a tattoo alone, it's terrible. But as a cover-up, it is even worse because you can still see the original tattoo underneath it. Of course, as always with Ariel, the line work is absolutely horrendous. The circles around the top of the helmet thing are just... I mean, there is absolutely no structure to them. And this photo that you're seeing right now is of it fresh. And when you first get a tattoo, everything is a lot more saturated, a lot more darker. As this tattoo heals, and as we will see later in this video, more of the original tattoo peeks through, of course, because everything starts to settle down and heal. We have a close-up as well of this, okay? And just please, just tell me that how can you send a client out the door with this quality of work and be okay with it? Like, what is going on in this section right here, please and thank you? So there was a comment from Olivia, who has made quite a few TikToks about Ariel. She kind of keeps everyone up to date on what is happening in Ariel world, okay? She commented saying, man, she did you dirty. I'm so sorry. As a cover-up artist, this could have been so much better, which I completely agree with. Oki replied saying, right, like it was 25 years old, which was the original tattoo, and lightened up so much, it wouldn't have been hard. I'm disgusted that we didn't do better research. The thing to me with this is, Ariel has so much work on her TikTok account. She uploads at least once a day, if not multiple times a day. There is so much evidence. Oh my goodness. The ghost of Ariel's trying to choke me. There is so much evidence on Ariel's TikTok that she is a terrible, way below average tattoo artist. It's kind of like there's enough proof there. Like, all you have to do is scroll through for like 10 minutes and that's enough research, in my opinion, when it comes to Ariel. You know, you don't have to dig too deep to find out that she isn't a great tattoo artist, but I guess sometimes people just don't have an eye for what's good and what's bad when it comes to tattoos, which is understandable. You know, like if you don't have a huge interest in it, you're not gonna know. I'm sorry, hun, it looks so bad, needs a lot of fixing. Hope you find someone amazing. Thank you so much. It does look worse day by day. The ink is coming out, so I'm praying it all ends up falling out. Make a good cover up easier then. Just gotta let it heal, which is true. If you've just had a tattoo, you need to wait at least 4 weeks to 8 weeks until you can do more tattooing on that area, you know. I'm an artist, it's absolute crap. I don't get why anyone goes to her after seeing her TikTok. The line work is the most shaky I have ever seen. The proportions are off, the shading is, I don't even know. Yeah, we didn't see all that in the tattoos we looked at, but we aren't professional and haven't messed with a tattoo in over 25 years and never at a shop, always at friends' homes. Lesson learned. God. Oh, yeah. I mean, you all know my feelings towards home tattooing, but we're basically dealing with people here that just have zero interest within tattoos, okay? So I'm not going to be pointing fingers at them too much for not knowing that much when it comes to tattoos. Because we were all there once, weren't we? I was there once upon a time. I think it needs shading for sure, but yeah, they need to add more details. And honestly, I think you need to go back to them and speak to a manager. Ariel is the manager of this tattoo studio, so there's no one higher than Ariel. Oki then asked in her TikTok if anybody knows of any cover-up artists within the Oklahoma area, because her husband wants it dealt with, okay? Like, her husband wants it gone.
I'd also, anybody know any Oklahoma artists that are good at shading and covering up raspberry blood? That would be awesome too. Like, tag them in this. Let's get this out there to people that can fix this for my poor husband.
Luckily, as always, when something like this happens within the tattoo universe, lots of tattoo enthusiasts and tattoo lovers and tattoo artists and artists come forward and try and help people in these situations. There was literally artists from all over the world offering their help when it comes to like covering this up, and it was honestly so wholesome to scroll through the comments and see comments that were like that. This is truly what the tattoo community is all about. And like I was just saying, Oki's husband is probably gonna have to wait at least 4 to 8 weeks until this can be dealt with. But as Ariel did the absolute bare minimum with this tattoo, it should honestly be a pretty easy fix, to be honest with you. It just needs to be darkened up so much, and then to go over the line work a bit just to make it a little bit more smooth and saturated, you know, like it just needs a lot of tweaking. Oki then goes on to talk about Ariel as a person.
This is a picture of me and her. I think she is super nice. Me and her got along very good. She's a very nice person. She has a great sense of humor. And I just think she was super nice. I just hate that tattoo turned out the way it did.
This doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you. I've discussed Ariel's personality and behaviour towards her clients before, and I have said in the past, she does seem incredibly sweet and, you know, like friendly and bubbly, but a big part of me kind of does believe that this is all for cameras. You know, she films literally every tattoo appointment that she has, so there's always cameras about and what have you. I'd love to know what she's like when there is no cameras about. Like, is she like this all the time, or is it just for show? I feel like she tries to keep up this persona of the fact that she is super sweet and super nice to her clients, because then if anybody says anything bad about her, well, you're just a hater. Like, I'm just a sweet, lovely woman. I just want to do my tattoos and I just want to make everything so accessible for everyone. I charge very cheaply. I do it very quickly, so you're in and out the door. I'm very nice to you. You know, if you come up against me, then, well, you're just evil. You're horrible. That's pretty much what Ariel's MO is to me anyway. Now, like I just said, Ariel films pretty much every client that walks through the door. So, of course, we have a Ariel point of view of Oki's husband getting this tattoo. So let's meet Oki's husband.
Ready for this?
I am.
Okay, sweet. Do me a favor, state your name and where you're from.
Nathan Smith, Yukon, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Awesome.
Wonderful. Wholesome. He seems great, right? He seems like your average, you know, middle-aged man just there to get a cover up. So let's take a look at his reaction to the tattoo that Ariel did.
Very cool.
Is that cool?
Yes.
Or what? Yes. Look at that splash of red in there.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, what is... Let's watch that again. Should we watch that again? Let's watch that again.
Very cool.
Is that cool?
Yes.
Or what? Yes. Look at that splash of red in there.
Oh boy, I have honestly been more enthused going for a blood test, okay? I've had more excitement for the nurse doing my blood test than this man has for that tattoo, and I freaking hate blood tests, okay?
Is that cool?
Yes.
Or what?
Of course, some people aren't very emotive and don't show a lot of emotion, and I will take that into account, but his reaction... It just seems like he's just a little bit disappointed, you know, just a little bit, you know, like it just doesn't seem that enthused about it.
Is that cool?
Yes.
Or what?
Oki uploaded another TikTok on the 17th of August talking about people's reaction to her husband's tattoo.
I'm just sitting here. We got back from running some errands. He got quite a few compliments on his tattoo. That it was sick, it was bad, ASS, it was cool as F. So it's not bad. It looks good if you're not right up on it. And if you don't know what the cover up was behind it. If you don't know what the tattoo was behind it, I don't think you're going to notice it.
I obviously don't know who these people are or why they are even commenting on her husband's tattoo, to be honest with you, unless they're going up to people and be like, hey, well, like, what do you think about this tattoo? Which, of course, if someone does that, you're probably gonna be nice about it. You're not gonna be like, ugh, that's ugly, right? Unless you're ballsy. There's also a chance that the people that are saying that this is good just think it is good. Depending on how many tattoos you've been exposed to in your life, there are a lot of people out there that just don't know much about tattoos at all, and then will see a tattoo and just be like, yeah, that looks cool, because they've never been exposed to a decent tattoo before. But if you have seen a lot of tattoos before, if you have a lot of tattoos yourself, then you can look at this tattoo and be like, yeah, that's not great. And it gets worse. Like I mentioned earlier, this tattoo is healing like garbage.
Okay, guys, look. This is literally, it won't even be 7 full days until tonight at 8 p.m. Can you not see all the washout? I don't even know what to say.
Seriously, what is this for a cover-up? A cover-up, you're meant to get rid of the old tattoo as much as you most possibly can. This looks like a blast over to me, because you can still see a lot of the old original tattoo, which is not what you're meant to do with a cover-up, okay? This is honestly so disappointing to see, but honestly not shocking at all. I'm not really shocked at how this is healing. How can Ariel continue to deliver this type of shoddy work over and over and over again and expect to get away with it? Like, this is probably the first time someone has actually created a fuss when it comes to someone getting an Ariel tattoo. I feel like most people just kind of either end up liking it because they don't know any better, or they kind of just keep quiet, or they go to other tattoo artists and then get their Ariel tattoos covered up.
The original was one of those $100 blindfold tattoos that are so infamous in Texas. So this whole tattoo is really, really raised, especially like all the spots where all the lines meet. It's like a big knot underneath her skin. So that's going to be one of the challenges that we have to go through today. Scar tissue is full of collagen and it does not like to hold tattoo ink. This one right here is the worst, this little bump. It's actually probably like the size of a BB, like if you could feel this. But we're gonna make it disappear today.
Now you're probably wondering what Oki's husband, Nathan's, real feelings are towards this tattoo, because as you have probably noticed, the only person that's doing all the talking here is Oki. Well, Oki's husband has let his feelings be known in one of Oki's TikToks.
Just to set the record straight, I do hate the tattoo. I mean, originally, or for the first 12 hours or so, you know, and it looks better than what was there. You know, I do like that. I like the design, but again, you know, that's something we took in there to her, and was told it would be a cover-up. It did not cover up, and yeah, not happy.
Yikes. I mean, as much as it is entertaining to dunk on more Ariel DeJesus tattoos and, you know, just show how terrible her tattoo skills are, it truly does suck for the people behind the tattoos, the tattoo clients that end up with these terrible tattoos. Tattoo disappointment is awful. Trying to fix terrible tattoos is a whole process, and Nathan is gonna have to go through this again. He had a very old tattoo from his younger years, wanted it to be covered up, and he thought, well, let's just do this cover up and then it's done. Don't have to deal with it anymore, don't even have to think about it anymore. And now he's gonna have to go through this whole process again by having this tattoo fixed. And this is something that he obviously didn't expect that he would have to deal with. You know, when you get a cover up, you think, well, anything is better than this old thing. And when you go for a cover up, you have so much hope that the cover up is going to be so freaking awesome. You're going to end up loving that part of your body again. But for Nathan, that hasn't been the case. And he's just going to have to go through more tattooing and more healing. And it's just, it's really, really sad. Nathan then goes on to talk about the fact that him and his wife Oki are now actually en route to go and see another tattoo artist to see if anything can be done with what is going on there.
Anyways, we are on our way to have a guy closer to where we live take a look at it and tell us what it'll take to fix it. So hopefully here in a month, when this is healed, we can get in and get this fixed. Unless he thinks it's better to just cover the whole thing up. I guess we'll see what he says.
And then, oh boy, this is when it starts to get really freaking juicy. So because of Oki's TikToks, Ariel did get a bit of backlash on her TikTok that she had uploaded of Nathan getting the tattoo, okay? Ariel did an absolute dirty one, okay? Like, she is so petty. She is constantly fighting for her life out on TikTok and trying to save her reputation, and it just never works. But anyway, Ariel uploaded a TikTok responding to a comment that said the way he's already reaching out to other shops for a cover-up, instead of Ariel filming a video addressing the whole situation and saying, hey, you know what, like, I've seen this, I'm really sorry if Nathan or Oki's husband isn't happy with the tattoo, maybe I can try and fix it or try and, you know, rectify the situation. Instead of like being nice and apologizing and saying, oh my gosh, I'm like sorry that you are having this issue and, you know, your tattoo isn't healing the way you want it to heal, she uploaded a section of a TikTok that Oki had uploaded. I know that's kind of confusing, but you'll see what I mean here.
And he's happy. So, as long as he's happy, that's all that matters.
So yes, in one of Oki's earlier TikToks, she did say that yes, her husband was happy with the tattoo to start off with. Okay, this was early days, but guess what? This may be a shock to Ariel and some other people. I don't know. But people can and will and are allowed to change their mind. Surprise! Woo! And to be honest, his reaction to when he first saw the tattoo is enough for me to solidify the fact that he was never 100% sure on the tattoo anyway.
Is that cool or what?
So Ariel thinking that she's got a gotcha moment here is so funny to me. It's just like, what do you think you're doing here? Because you no, you aren't doing what you think you're doing. Now here's where it gets juicier, okay? This is Oki's response to Ariel's TikTok.
So there you go. Ariel trying to take things out of context. He said himself he hates the tattoo. You want to try to change things to make your side look good. When that's not going to work here, hon. Yeah, 12 hours. But, you know, we also didn't get home till midnight because you were 2.5 hours behind because of health inspectors that you had to pay off to keep your business open.
Oh, girl. So, this actually isn't that shocking to me, per se, because, like I've discussed in a couple of my Ariel DeJesus videos, Ariel's hygiene practices for a tattoo artist, they're shockingly bad. Like, cross-contamination everywhere, you know? I feel like Ariel's tattoos do the talking for her as well. Like, if she is willing to rush a tattoo and do things very half-assed, then what else is she doing very rushed and half-assed when it comes to hygienic standards and what have you? Like, is that studio even clean? When was the last time the floors were mopped? Do you know what I'm saying? There is probably health code violations everywhere within that tattoo studio.
So we don't get to make it home till midnight. So, you know, we take the wrap off and I'm like, oh my God, I can see half of your tattoo. And he was like, nah, really? And so we're both like, oh my God. Well, when he had his first wash, half of that ink right there came off, gone, poof. And every day since then, when he washes it with his antibacterial dial soap, dial unscented, yes, more ink just, like I can see the entire part of the skull now, all of it, it's there, both eyes, the nose, all, the top set of teeth, the bottom set of teeth, the entire bottom of the knife, almost all the flames, it's all showed through now, because she done such crap work. Sorry that my husband was happier with crap work than something he got 25 years ago from somebody that was just a friend of his when they were drunk. Like, you can't take that as a compliment, and if you do, that's pretty freaking sad. Peace. We'll let you know what the new tattoo guy says. Bye.
She did not come to play. Okay, Oki did not come to play. She read Ariel to filth. Like I've said, the way this tattoo is healing doesn't shock me in any way. And it also goes to show the fact that you can like a tattoo to start off with, but then if you notice that it's healing like crap, you're allowed to change your mind and say, oh no, I don't like the way this is healing. This does not look good. As we can tell, Oki is ride or die for her man, and she will stop at nothing when someone has done her man wrong. And this is the case, okay? Like she oh. If it ain't like this, I don't want it. Oki went to the depths of hell, aka she scrolled very, very, very far down on Ariel's TikTok page, a place that not many have ever been. I've never done it myself because, again, Ariel uploads at least once a day, multiple times a day. There is a lot of content on there. You'd be there for ages scrolling, okay? I don't have the patience for that, and I don't think anyone else has ever had the patience for that. But Oki did, okay? because she's not stopping at anything. And Oki come across this content from Ariel of Ariel doing dentistry work. So Oki uploaded a TikTok carousel of screenshots of Ariel's dentistry work from 2021. Now, Ariel has claimed that she is a tattoo artist of 12 plus years at this point. So why is a tattoo artist of 12-ish years playing dentist? Someone said on this TikTok carousel, please say psych. Oki replied, no, I got this from a page before she deleted it and blocked me. Again, I have not attempted to scroll down to 2021 Ariel content. I'd be there for a long time. So I'd forgot that TikTok now does this thing where you can organize someone's TikToks. You can do it by oldest. So I did that on Ariel's TikTok profile, scroll down a little bit, and I eventually come across the old dentistry post. There it is. Yep, there it is right there. It's still there. It's still there. But here we go. Here's some beautiful teeth pictures. Beautiful. Love that. I was going to mention this, but I only saw one other creator say it, so I wasn't sure if it was true, but I'm far from surprised. Yes, I saw the interview where she said she learned how to do fillings, she used acrylic, and just thinks she is a dentist. So I was like, huh, what? There is someone else talking about this? What is going on here? So of course, me being me, I was like, who's talking about this? What's happening here? So, you know, typing Ariel DeJesus dentistry in the TikTok search bar. A TikTok come up from this TikTok creator and tattoo artist, anarchist tattoos. And in this TikTok that I come across, they document the fact that there was an interview with Ariel that said that she did dentistry work, just casually.
So Ariel had done an interview on Voyage Dallas, and you would not believe what else she does aside from her tattooing. Since then, I took on dentistry. I realized when I brought fresh fruit to street ministry, none of the apples are taken, I think is what she meant, because most people were missing teeth or had really bad cavities. I learned how to do temporary fillings, permanent fillings, bridges, overlays, etc. Anything that I can learn and do in order to help someone in need, the sky is the limit, and I will learn how to do it. I mean, at this point, I'd consider her like a serial impersonator because she didn't have the proper training for tattooing, and she said it multiple times, and I'm sure she doesn't have the proper training and schooling and all the medical degrees and whatnot needed for dentistry, and now she's performing some dentistry.
This truly was never the curveball I was expecting from Ariel. More crappy tattoos? Yes! Maybe someone getting a pretty bad tattoo infection? Also yes. But illegal dentistry? No. Okay. I would never ever assume or expect that to be part of, you know, Ariel's archive, but here we are. What Ariel is doing, or was doing, I don't think she's doing it anymore. Or if she is, she's doing it on the down low and not posting it anywhere. Because what she is or was doing is highly illegal. I wanted to check the laws in Texas when it comes to dentistry, just in case there is, you know, a loophole or anything, but I don't think Ariel can get away with this one, honestly. Like, with some of the crappy stuff she's done within tattooing, she's managed to get away with because there's loopholes or what have you, but this one, no. So we have this sub-chapter, insurance of license to practice dentistry. License required, a person may not practice or offer practice dentistry or dental surgery or represent that the person practices dentistry unless the person holds a license issued by the board. An applicant for a license to practice dentistry must be at least 21 years of age and present proof of a graduation from a dental school accredited by the Commission of Dental Accreditation of the American Dental Association, or graduation from a dental school that is not accredited by the Commission, and successful completion of training in an American Dental Association approved specialty in an education program accredited by the Commission that consists of the last 2 years of training as specified by the Council of Dental Education. The board shall grant a dental license to an applicant who meets the qualifications of this section, pays an applicant fee set by the board, and satisfactorily passes the examination required by the board. All of this stuff, I believe Ariel does not possess in any way, shape or form, minus being over 21. she's nailed that one. She's got that one down. I also checked on this website where you can see if someone has a license. I obviously don't know much info about Ariel. All I could put in was a location and her name. I don't know if she has a license number, but yeah, nothing was coming up with the multiple different ways I tried to search for her. She learned to do this, God knows how. I dread to think, honestly, it's some back alley thing on YouTube. Who the frick knows, okay? But this whole thing is truly terrifying. Could you imagine going to a dentist that hasn't been to dental school? Hasn't learned everything you need to learn when it comes to being a dentist? Like, what the actual hell are you playing at, Ariel? Like, this is beyond dangerous. Like, what the fuck? There's this comment that says, I just know she's putting some random acrylic or something on top of these cavities. She's not drilling, cleaning, nothing. What the fuck? I think that's exactly what she is doing, and that truly terrifies me. Infections in the teeth can spread so fast, and that is a good point. I obviously don't know much about dentistry or dental work or anything. That is not my field of expertise or interest at all. But what she was or is doing here is so incredibly dangerous. There is so much room for error when it comes to dentistry. You know, like, oh God. If you're just going to put a random filling over something that could be infected, you're trapping that infection in there. It's just a recipe for disaster. And then there's this comment that pretty much nails it on the head. It says, it's going to take someone dying at this rate to shut her down. I don't know how people are thinking going to her is a good idea for anything. I fully agree. It's going to take someone being seriously injured for some type of authority to take this seriously. And even then, are they going to take this seriously? Because they might just be like, oh, well, you know, accidents happen. Blame it on the client or what have you. Ariel's problematic practices are going to lead to someone coming close to death with a serious infection, whether that's in their mouth or on their skin, which then can lead to sepsis, okay? And I don't know if you know this, but sepsis is terrifying. You can die from sepsis. It is a horrible thing to go through. Oki replied to this comment saying, I think the teeth is on a lot of homeless, so they wouldn't even know, sadly. Which, obviously, yeah, we don't know. We don't know if that's true or not, but Ariel does have this whole motive of wanting to help people. You know, she does this whole tattooing for Christ thing. She accepts big donations of food or water in exchange for tattoos, so then she can then donate this food and water and what have you to homeless shelters or those who need the food or water.
I want to show everyone how you paid for this tattoo. Oh, the sports streaks too? Okay, cool. And everything here. That is awesome. Bunch of deodorants, oops, toothpaste, socks, and wipes. Disinfectant wipes.
The thing with Ariel is, it's very obvious that she's trying to help because, again, she charges minimal for her tattoos to make the tattoos accessible for everybody, which, okay, great, but in exchange for that, you are giving people terrible tattoos and potentially harming them or sending them off, and then they are going to have to get tattooed by other artists, and then they're spending more money because Ariel has given them shoddy work.
Is that cool or what?
And with this whole dentistry thing as well, a part of me thinks that maybe she did learn to do this, however she learned how to do it, I dread to think, because she wanted to help those that didn't have money to go and see a dentist. So she was like, oh, you know what, let me learn how to do this and I will help those that are in pain or that are in need. Like, okay, that's all well and good. I see maybe you had good intentions behind this, but shoddy dentistry work can lead to a world of problems, and especially if it is on homeless people. They have absolutely no access to dentists should they be, you know, in a world of pain, especially in America. With peace and love, America, I'm sorry, your healthcare system is fucked, okay? If you are poor or don't have enough money or don't have health insurance, you are fucked. You will just put yourself in more debt, or you just have to deal with the pain. So I can see why Ariel thinks she is doing a good thing here because she is helping those that don't have enough money. But in reality, she isn't helping anybody because you are making people go and get cover-ups. You're going to make people, you know, have tooth infections. I hope the people that she did do this dentistry work on are okay. We'll never ever know if they are okay or were okay, or did they end up having to, you know, go to the dentist. And Oh God, it's just, I fully believe Ariel needs an intervention. Someone needs to grab a hold of her and be like, what the hell are you doing? And tell her she needs to start acting right, okay? Like, this is too much. Because what's next? What is next? What is going on behind closed doors? Because this whole dentistry thing has gone under the radar for a little while now. Like 2021, we're in 2024 now. That's 3 years, okay? What else from Ariel's past do we not know about that could be even more problematic? And honestly, at this point, I don't think there is anything that's ever going to be shocking to us now because of this dentistry thing. Like, someone's going to find evidence of her being some kind of surgeon next. You know, for all we know, she's been performing appendectomies. Is that how you say it? Wow, my years of Grey's Anatomy knowledge has just gone out the window. Basically, I would not be shocked if Ariel has been taking out people's appendixes. Appendicitis. It's time for Lauren to lay down, I think. As much as I normally respect the hustle of someone trying to help people, I honestly feel like you should not be doing stuff that you haven't been to school for. You know, especially, you know, with dentistry. I feel like a lot of people can kind of accept her tattoo work and her tattooing, but I feel like a lot of people are going to draw the line at this dentistry thing. And if that isn't the limit for people, then, like, what is? What the hell is the limit here? Because, like, again, does she need to kill someone for people to take this seriously? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how all of this does play out. Like I said in my last video, I won't do any more Ariel content unless something pretty notable comes up. There's no point in me continuously bashing her tattoo work in loads of different videos and what have you, because, like, we get the point. Her work is terrible. But if something like this dentistry thing comes up, or any news about this dentistry thing, or what have you, then I'll keep you updated, I guess, if you want to see any updates. But I feel like Ariel is just going to create more and more problems as time goes by, and I don't know, I hope somehow there is an end to it. I don't know how the end is, because, like, what can be done? All right, her tattoo studio gets shut down. She's gonna work from home, let's be serious. She'll find a way to carry on tattooing somehow. She'll open another establishment somehow. Or she'll get hired in another tattoo studio somehow. I feel like Ariel's not gonna stop at anything, and oh God. But yeah, anyway, that is it for today's video. I just want to say thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you all so much. And until my next video, I hope you all stay safe and well. And until then, bye.